At dawn, before shelves glow and doors unlock, cardboard breathes. Boxes slide through silent corridors like currency without faces, each crease a promise, each barcode a command. Markets remember what people forget, that power doesn't sit in logos or slogans, but in movement. In timing. Who decides what arrives, and when? Somewhere far from the spotlight, an unseen hand feeds entire nations without ever asking for credit. So who really controls the food you buy, the brand you see, or the system you never notice? The company is called McLane. Most people have never heard the name. Yet every day, it quietly moves food, cigarettes, beverages, and essentials into more than 110,000 retail locations across the United States. Walmart, 7-Eleven, Circle K, Family Dollar, military bases, small-town gas stations at the edge of nowhere. McLane is not a brand. It doesn't advertise. It doesn't compete on shelves. It competes in the shadows, inside warehouses the size of aircraft hangars, inside routing algorithms, inside contracts written to last decades. Founded in Texas, now generating over $50 billion in annual revenue, McLane is one of the largest supply chain companies on earth. And yet it remains almost invisible to the public. Its trucks don't carry its name boldly. Its executives don't chase headlines. Its power is structural, not symbolic. In the modern economy, products get attention. Logistics gets control. And McLane sits at the center of one of the most unforgiving systems ever built, the constant, precise, never-failing delivery of everyday life. This is not a story about selling things. It's a story about deciding who gets to sell it all. McLane began not as a titan, but as a workaround. In 1894, in Waco, Texas, a man named James McLane started a small regional operation supplying tobacco and basic goods to local merchants. America was still fragmented then, railroads stitched cities together unevenly, refrigeration was unreliable, and retail was hyperlocal. Stores lived or died by what arrived on time. The insight was simple, almost boring: merchants didn't need more products, they needed certainty. Certainty that inventory would arrive. Certainty that prices wouldn't shift overnight. Certainty that demand could be met without excess risk. So McLane built it quietly. Not storefronts, but routes. Not brands, but relationships. An invisible architecture began to form, warehouses placed for efficiency, delivery schedules tuned to human habit, credit terms designed to keep small retailers alive. As decades passed, McLane adapted to every structural shift in American commerce: the rise of convenience stores, suburban sprawl, mass consumerism. While others chased scale through marketing, McLane chased dependability. Each early decision compounded. Every optimized mile, every standardized pallet, every long-term contract laid a blueprint that would outlast trends, recessions, and even ownership itself. The seed planted in uncertainty didn't grow fast. It grew deep. Power didn't arrive at McLane all at once. It accumulated, slowly, methodically, through moments when others chose visibility, and McLane chose leverage. The first major shift came in the post-World War II boom. America sprawled outward. Highways multiplied. Suburbs expanded. And with them came a new retail species, the convenience store. Small footprints. High turnover. Thin margins. Total dependence on frequent, precise deliveries. Most suppliers couldn't survive that cadence. McLane could. By the 1970s and 1980s, McLane wasn't just delivering products, it was orchestrating flow. Cigarettes, food, beverages, candy, paper goods, bundled together into single, optimized drops. Fewer trucks. Faster turns. Lower working capital for retailers. Control disguised as service. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 2003, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway acquired McLane for $1.45 billion. At the time, it barely made headlines. No flashy press tour. No consumer-facing announcement. But the message inside boardrooms was clear: this wasn't a logistics company, it was a cash engine. Under Berkshire, McLane expanded aggressively. More than 80 distribution centers. Thousands of trucks. Advanced demand forecasting. Deep integration with Walmart and 7-Eleven, where McLane effectively became the bloodstream of daily operations. By the 2010s, McLane was moving millions of cases per day, generating tens of billions in revenue on razor-thin margins, the kind of margins that only work at extreme scale. Not growth for growth's sake. Not innovation for applause. But consolidation. Lock-in. Dependence. When shelves stayed stocked during disruptions, recessions, even pandemics, McLane's power became visible only in its absence, a system so embedded that failure was unthinkable. This wasn't dominance built by force. It was dominance built by necessity. McLane's real advantage isn't trucks or warehouses. Its position. By sitting between manufacturers and retailers, McLane controls a silent lever: information. It sees demand before brands do. It knows which products move, where, and at what velocity. That data shapes pricing, inventory terms, and shelf survival. Margins are thin, often 1 to 3%, but the volume is colossal. Profit comes not from markup, but from turns. Faster inventory cycles. Reduced spoilage. Optimized cash flow. Money moves before anyone notices it has left. Then there's switching costs. Once a retailer integrates with McLane systems, routing, forecasting, credit, compliance, leaving becomes operationally dangerous. The logistics become the moat. The relationship becomes a lock. McLane also bundles risk. Cigarettes with sandwiches. Candy with milk. High-margin items subsidize low-margin essentials, smoothing volatility across categories. It's not selling products. It's selling stability. The illusion is a choice. The reality is architecture. In modern capitalism, the most powerful companies don't own the product. They own the path the product must travel. Every system eventually touches a human life. At McLane, that touch is quiet but constant. A convenience store owner who never misses a delivery. A night shift worker unloading boxes at 3 a.m. A family grabbing milk without wondering how it arrived. Every paycheck, every receipt, every stocked shelf carries history, decisions made decades earlier, routes optimized years ago, contracts signed before today's workers were born. For small retailers, McLane is often the difference between survival and collapse. Reliable delivery reduces waste. Predictable pricing reduces anxiety. Credit terms smooth cash flow in businesses where a bad week can end everything. But that stability comes with dependence. When one system feeds you, it also defines your limits. For workers, McLane represents the modern logistics economy: relentless efficiency, tight schedules, enormous scale. Thousands of drivers, warehouse staff, planners, and analysts synchronize daily to keep the system breathing. There are no villains here. No heroes either. Only incentives, pressures, and routines shaped by capital's demand for certainty. This is how wealth really moves. Not as spectacle, but as repetition. Not as ambition, but as structure. McLane didn't invent consumer behavior. It organized it. McLane's story is not about cardboard, trucks, or warehouses. It's about control without attention. Power without branding. Wealth built by deciding what moves, and what doesn't. From a small Texas distributor to a silent giant feeding Walmart and 7-Eleven, McLane proves a lesson the modern economy keeps relearning: the future belongs to those who own logistics, not products. So the next time you walk into a store and find exactly what you expect, ask yourself, who made that possible? Who built the invisible architecture beneath the shelf? If this story changed how you see everyday business, share your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you value deep economic stories. And subscribe for more explorations into the hidden systems that shape money, power, and profit. Because the most important companies in the world are often the ones you never notice. And their stories are still unfolding.